Welcome to Gospel Diaries, a program that allows a unique avenue for artists to share their stories, express their emotions and journeys. Today we are with Michael Tillman. Welcome to Gospel Diaries, y'all. Listen, I'm still in the magnificent city of Chicago, and I'm with someone that has influenced me as a child, so I'm excited to be here. And I'm talking about none other than Bishop Michael Tillman. You're going to learn much more about him as we have this conversation. Bishop, how you doing?
Wonderful. How you doing, Eric?
It's been a long time.
Yes it has.
Hey, but you know, you've been on the battlefield for a long time yourself.
Hey, better know it.
Man, you know, as a child, I watched you do music, and like you were one of the first, close artists, you know, that I had the chance to really admire and listen to your music and things of that sort. So you're really close to heart. So I remember when I started my TV show when I was like 13, and you were probably the second guest. Wow. You say you don't remember it, but we were sitting on the organ at Bishop Wright's church, Bishop O'Dearest. How you pronounce his name?
O'Dearest.
O'Dearest, right. That's Bethlehem. No,
it was Bethel.
Bethel Apostolic, right. Mm-hmm. And what was the address to that church?
It was 11625 South State Street.
Yes. So that's like one of the churches that I fellowshiped with as a child a lot. And he was the organist.
Oh, yeah.
At the church, right?
Yes.
So I think it's great to start here since I met you at Bethel. So tell us, how did you get to Bethel?
Well, actually, I was at Greater Bethlehem, which was Bethlehem Healing Temple. Oh. That's where I was born.
Really?
And after so many years being there, about 25, 30 years, we've moved to Bethel, really? Which was located on Roosevelt Road.
Oh, so they moved?
Roosevelt Road, they moved here, right? Mm-hmm. Not here, but at 11625 South State Street. Mm-hmm. And that's where we continued our ministry.
Now, was Bishop Wright the pastor when you first went there?
He was the pastor, right.
Okay, but did you ever get a chance? What's his name? Elder Carter was his name?
No, I never met Elder Carter.
Okay.
No, I never met him, but under Bishop Wright tutelage.
Yeah.
I was,
So how did you begin playing the organ? Like, did they have an organist or a musician there?
Well, you know, they did have several musicians
there.
Can you
name some of them? You remember?
Let me see. Who was there? Abenita was there. And then you had, so many different musicians. Let me see. You had brother called his name just doesn't hit me. And why does it hit me? Because he's my brother-in-law.
Are you serious? Oh my Lord. Oh, we're gonna get in trouble.
I'm gonna be in real trouble.
Lord have mercy.
My God.
So he was playing there. So it's roughly
Chapman, right?
Wait, is that
Frank Chapman?
You talking about the bass guitar
player?
Yeah,
Frank
I didn't know
Chapman.
that was your brother-in-law. Oh yes,
right. That's my brother-in-law.
Yes.
And then you had Valerie Harris.
Yes, I remember her.
Valerie Harris was there.
Is she still alive?
No, she's passed on. And then you had Sister oh my God. There was a Sister Taylor, Mother Taylor. And you had a lot of other musicians.
So how did you get, like, what made you start playing there?
Well, what happened was a friend of mine had needed a musician. She said, "Mike, come play for us, play for the choir," you know. And from there, I went over to help the choir
at Bethel.
At Bethel, while I was at Bethlehem Healing Temple, I would go over, after a service, right, go over and help, Bishop Wright with the choir.
Wow.
And God blessed us to be the #1 choir in that organization, or I would say in the organization of the PCAF.
Yes.
And my God.
I remember some of the songs you all used to say. Of course, you all did a lot of the sounds of blackness songs. You all used to do "Hold on, change is coming." You remember doing that?
Change is coming. Yeah.
The sister that passed away, she used to lead that song. Lord, her name is Skip. She had passed away in labor, I believe. Remember?
Ooh.
Her parents, I think it's Knowles, right? Knowles. The girl.
Her daughter.
Yes.
Summer.
Summer, right.
Summer.
I remember her.
Summer.
And that was way back in the 90s, probably,
God.
wasn't it?
So it was a while back.
Yeah.
And but she could sing.
Yeah, she used to sing that song. Yeah. You recorded an album, right?
Yes,
you recorded an album. If I'm not mistaken, that was in 1995.
95.
Really?
Yeah.
My memory is good there.
Yeah, 1995.
And it is Michael Tillman and the West Side Mass Choir.
West Side. Yeah.
This CD right here changed my life.
I'm happy.
Every song on here.
Really?
I love them.
All right.
Let's talk about how did you get this project going?
Well, this project was born out of what shall I say? It was born out of distress.
Really?
Distress, because it was a time of desperation. It was a time of wanting to be able to do in the church, but couldn't do it because you had others saying that it couldn't be done. And so from there I began to write. And after writing, I would make up the music after the words, and I said, it was a distressful time.
Okay, so we have to go back because I just remember. So this album was released in '95, but you actually recorded it before '95 because if I'm not mistaken, it was on cassette, right?
It was on a cassette, and we did it with Bishop. I keep
Danny Thomas?
No, not Danny. Bishop Mitchell, right? Bishop Mitchell on the south side of Chicago. So Bishop Mitchell and Bishop Wright. We brought those two churches together, and we recorded that CD.
Okay, so I'm trying to understand.
It was called, the first one was called Apostolic Voices of Praise. Okay, that was the title of it. And we did it and changed the title later on to...
And that's the same project?
Same project.
So, because I remember when I interviewed you, you had gave me the video of the recording. You had Phil Rathcliffe, all the great musicians on there. And I remember at the church, it was like some stairs. The musician was over to the right, if I'm not mistaken. So, what church was that? And that was the actual recording.
That was the that wasn't the recording. That was actually a musical. That we went to, and
you all did all the songs on that.
Well, we did the songs along with some other groups. And it was awesome. Awesome time. I believe that church was on Lake Street in near Lake in Austin.
Okay.
Yeah, and that we did the musical during that time, and it was actually with Thompson Community Singers. that we actually did, that musical. Yes.
So how did you get involved with Tribute Records? How did you get the project to Tribute
Woo!
Records?
That came about with Tyrone Dickerson
Mm-hmm.
and Ben Tankard,
Mm-hmm.
with also George
King.
King.
Okay.
Right. And we were blessed to know them, to get involved with them, and then they offered us an opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
a chance, to get our project out,
Mm-hmm.
and we were blessed.
Mm-hmm.
We were blessed.
I feel like your support level. Where was your support level? Let's talk about it. Let's be real.
Honestly,
Uh-huh.
honestly, back during that time, we really, not we, but the church that I was in and involved with the organization didn't really believe in, you doing projects,
Yeah,
CDs and that sort of thing. But that obstacle it was just a challenge.
How did you deal
Challenges,
with that? And then you had to come back to church every
you have to look at challenges as opportunities for God to do something better in your life. And if you don't stand still or stand up and say, hey, I'm going to go forward anyway, no matter what they're saying, no matter how much they disagree, then you'll never make it if you don't have that spirit of endurance. But you got to have it, and you got to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, then nothing will ever happen.
Okay, are you still a part of the PCAF?
Oh, of course.
You are?
Of course.
Okay, so let's talk. Now, do you feel that there's a change in the PCAF today than it was in the 90s?
I think attitude has changed.
Attitude?
There's more singing. There's more worship.
Yeah.
There's more praise. And I've seen them do more of like CDs or whatever, projects. Matter of fact, after I did my project, they came out with a project. The PCAF.
You talking about the secret place, that single?
No, they came out with a project with
Lambert? You talking about with
Lambert Gates?
So when you think about songs like Great Things, like, how did you come up with that style or that delivery? Like, that is timeless.
It's a song of deliverance.
You wrote that?
I wrote it. It's a song of deliverance, and it was a song that I was writing from the heart. In a time of desperation.
Let's go down the line, my Lord. Spirit, right now.
And that's what we need.
And then that name, yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. Jesus Christ is coming again.
Yep.
Coming again.
And all the songs are true.
He rescued me. I love that.
Oh my
God. Who is
God.
that leading that? Is that Lorraine?
No, that's not Lorraine. Let's look at the credit.
I don't think you have the. Did you have
the credit? Should be on there. Yeah.
Wait a minute now. That he rescued me. That took me out.
I mean,
He rescued
the credit should be on there.
Nah, it ain't on there.
It's not on there?
Nah.
Well, I don't see how we missed it.
Yeah, you ain't put the lead singer. You got the lyrics, but you don't have the lead singer.
You sure?
Yeah. Look, no lead singer, just credits. What else you got on here? Let's see here. I'm having fun.
I have to check that again.
God's gotta work. Now you can tell. Now you can tell I'm a fan. Like, how I can be singing these songs? I'm right. Be honest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's been a while.
Power. That's a fast one. Then Great Thing. I know all these songs.
Hey.
Now I've listened to this album like I don't know so many times.
Oh my God.
It's funny. So I've been supporting you for a very.
I appreciate
it.
Appreciate it. And we've gotten calls, from different people saying how, their life was changed. And
that's what it's about, right?
That's all it's about.
Yeah.
Reaching people and helping people. And if you don't do that, then what's the use? You're singing. You're just singing to what? Some do it for performance. And it's not all about performance.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about reaching
Yes.
out to people
Mm-hmm.
and helping people, change their life.
Mm-hmm. Now, the project Michael Tillman and Friends. Tell us a little bit
Oh,
about that.
Michael Tillman and Friends was a great project done with Bishop Miller,
Miller, yeah.
Glenn Miller,
Wait,
on the
yeah, it
west,
was okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
west side of Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
in Bellwood,
Yeah.
and we worked with his choir and some of my choir, community choir members, and came up with that CD.
Now did Calvin Bridges or Ann Bridges?
Ann Bridges,
Okay.
yes, she was the singer on that project.
Yeah.
Great
Man,
singer.
you have so many good songs on that album. Like humble is the way,
Yeah,
straight is the
straight is
gate
the gate.
that leadeth to salvation.
Yeah, yes.
In order to get there,
you gotta go there.
Man, when I heard that, I'm like, dude.
Yeah, that's
I still
awesome.
remember that.
Awesome CD.
Man, that was that song right there.
Awesome CD.
Touched my life. I'm telling you how much your music blessed me, right? But let's face it, we never saw you on the Stellars. We never saw you on the Grammys. So how do an artist, like you are an artist, like how do you deal with, people associating your success with award shows or with millions of copies sold? Like how do you associate your success versus what society looks at an artist's success?
Being on the shows is not what it's all about. But when you invest what you know into others, and others are on the spotlight, then you know what? You got just the same glory.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The students that I've had, that I've taught music to, some of them have played for the greatest singers.
You talking about in the church, or did you teach music for a church?
Church. I used to teach music in the church. I had a music school.
Wow.
And teaching those students. I mean, they've played for some of the greatest singers.
So you would teach like at Bethel?
Teach at Bethel.
Wow.
Right. I had a music school.
I do remember. Yeah, you had.
used to teach at Bethlehem Healing Temple with Devion.
Oh wow.
And some of those students, oh my God, tell me, they play with this artist and that artist. And I thought that made my heart glad. That I've invested, in their beginnings. Taught them when they didn't know what C was. They didn't know a scale. They didn't know a chord. We started right there.
Wow.
I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days and lonely nights. But when and when I think it's over, all of my good days, I'll wait my bad days. I won't complain. God He's been mighty good to me, more than this world could ever be. The Lord's been good. The Lord's been good. So good to me. He wipes every one of my tears away. Today, I'll say thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
So, as a child, did you ever have any like extravagant music aspirations?
Oh, extravagant. Well, we was always in church,
Mhm.
so we just learned church music.
See, and then too, you said that you were raised at Bethlehem Healing Temple.
Yes.
That music is That music is not like the music that you have on you recorded on
No.
the music that you. Cause that music is straight up Pentecostal, the hand clapping, foot stomping,
Mhm.
So how did you find your identity musically?
Well, actually, it was being with different friends.
Really?
Yeah, different
But
friends.
they would say you can't hobnob or you can't associate with people that don't go to the apostolic church or so how you mean to tell me you had friends outside of Bethlehem?
You better believe it. You better believe it. He who will have friends must show himself friendly. So you
What?
cannot stay within the four walls.
Okay.
You know, if you stay within the four walls, doing the same old thing, you know, that's what you'll be. But you hook up with different artists. Doesn't mean that you uh, become like them or
Mhm,
act like them. No,
mhm,
but you learn from them.
mhm,
You learn. It's like if you go to school,
mhm,
you learn the structure.
mhm,
You
mhm,
know what I'm saying, and you learn from that,
mhm.
and you take it to a high level.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
So who would you say being raised in Bethlehem Healing Temple?
Oh,
I have to
jeez.
keep putting emphasis on that. Who was most influential outside Bethlehem? Was there any mainstream artists like who were musically influential?
you know, I like to, as I stated before, the Hawkins singers,
Oh, okay.
Jeffrey Osborne.
Okay. That
You
that's
know,
not gospel, right?
oh, I understand. I do
Okay.
understand, but the style,
Okay, I got you.
the
Uh-huh,
style.
uh-huh,
You know what I'm saying? And that's where I would get my style from,
Okay,
just listening and
okay,
hearing. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? I understand. But hearing,
Mhm,
the music,
mhm,
music is versatile.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
Music is versatile,
Wow.
and you just can't say just because a musician is playing a different chord, like other than gospel,
Mhm,
that it ain't music
right.
or
I
that
love
it
your
ain't
perspective.
God
Yeah.
sent. You know what I'm saying? But you have all types of styles.
Mhm,
When you listen to the musicians today, you have all type of jazz chords and
mhm,
and
mhm,
all type of chords,
mhm,
in their music.
mhm.
And so, but it's gospel. It
Yeah,
enhances gospel singers.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't you can't be closed minded.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
If you be closed minded, you will never get
That's
anywhere.
true. And man, I mean, so much I could talk to you about, so much I would like to talk to you about, but I really wanted to come here and look you eyeball to eyeball and tell you just thank you for the inspiration down through the years. Like I've always shown my admiration towards your music, towards your characteristics, towards how you even behave. You know what I mean? I've always admired you, and I feel like it's an honor to be a 40-year-old man now to still sit here and look you in the eyeballs and tell you thank you.
And you're
Really,
welcome. You're
seriously.
welcome. I believe that if a person gives his all,
Mm-hmm.
to the people or to the world, then he's done a great job.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. And speaking of being you, you are a pastor now. You pastor your father's church. Now, this is Gospel
Gospel
Temple,
Healing Temple.
Healing Temple.
Right, right.
Now, when was this church founded, and is your father the founder of this church?
Well, that's 34 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
My father founded the church, and we were blessed to be here about 25 years in
Mm-hmm.
this building. But, my father always taught us a man should know his own spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And, when you know your own spirit, then you know how to act.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know how to have self
Mm-hmm.
control. And so we've learned how to do that
Mm-hmm.
and always believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's the number one key. Believe in
Wow.
yourself. If you believe in yourself, it doesn't matter what the world say, what other people have to say, you will come out fine.
Wow.
You will.
Sometimes it's hard to believe in yourself. Trying to, comparing you with other people sometimes, sometimes it's hard. I believe, everyone need a mentor or someone that they can talk to, because that helps. Because, I mean, let's face it, like, we live in a mean old world.
We do.
And
But God has always left us with somebody, other than ourselves, to even talk to. If we can't talk to nobody, we can always talk to Him.
Wait a minute now.
We can always talk to Him.
He's always around.
That's the most important. He said, "I never leave you nor forsake you."
Even until the
ends of the age. Okay. So you got to trust in that.
Okay, so you're gonna preach right now.
Oh well, I'm the pastor, right? Okay. So, but we have to believe in His word. If we believe in His word, it really doesn't matter about what everybody else is saying. It doesn't, because we believe in His word.
Wow. Now I must ask you this. Now your father pastored this church, I think you said 30-something years ago. Now, why? Now some would think that you would be a musician, at your father's church, helping him out. But you're at Bethel, you're at other churches. So talk about, that element of, having a parent as a pastor, you've been a musician, but you playing elsewhere.
Well, when I went to Bethel, I got married.
Oh!
I got married to a lovely lady.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Named Angela McQueen. Yeah. And we were married for 19 years, and she passed away. Yeah. So I was there, still the musician, and then I decided to go back to Dad's house, to this church. And during that time, hey, we were blessed. Well, she was with me here in this church later years, and she passed away in 2013, I believe it was. And the Lord still is blessing us. Haven't found one like her yet, but
are you married now?
No, it's not a bad thing.
Right.
But we are being blessed still.
I think on the right end, you have two beautiful daughters?
I have three.
I'm sorry, I missed our. Now, actually, your daughter is the one that actually reconnected us. But I found her on Facebook, and she gave me your number. I can't remember her name.
Who was that? Anaya or
right?
All three of them start with A.
Oh.
Anaya, Alyssa, and Asia.
I think it's Alyssa. So thank you, Alyssa. I messaged her. I was like, I love your father. I was like, can you please give me his number? And she's like, okay. And she gave me her number.
Yeah. Glad she did.
Yeah. Well, I've had fun with you.
Hey.
I wanted to delve into your gospel diaries.
Let me say three grandsons and one granddaughter.
Really?
Right.
Really?
Right.
You're a blessed man.
Love them. Yes.
So your house stay full, huh?
Yeah, well.
Do you do any babysitting?
Sometime. Sometime. I'm not the babysitter. Go home. But hey.
That's not your calling.
It's not my calling. No, it's not. It's not my calling.
Okay. All right, Bishop. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And look, as I always say, wait, do you have any last words? Say some encouraging words before we go.
Oh my God. I say to anybody, stand up for what's right. Do the right thing. Always trust and believe in God. For He's the one that can make everything happen.
I love it. And as I always say, love on someone and you will change her life. Never neglect to wear your smile, because it just may be the ingredient that someone needs to put down that gun and say, I can live another day. So be kind and be courteous, and I'll see you all later. Bye, you guys.